hundreds from Rubber they were in for a similar nasty surprise. The summer heat melted their rubber products, and they started rotting. The sludge stank so badly the manager had the employees secretly bury it at night. Later in that horrible summer, the manager got a visit from a man named Charles. Charles' previous business had gone bankrupt, and he was deeply in debt. He stumbled upon a rubber life preserver, and he thought he could make a better valve. He pitched the Roxbury manager on his new design, hoping to pay back his lenders. The manager was impressed, but couldn't buy Charles' work. He showed Charles rubber. Rubber had potential, but in its current form, it was just too problematic. However, he said if anyone could figure out how to make rubber stable in a wider temperature range and non-sticky, well, then that person would stand to make a ton of money. So Charles was determined to become that person. See, all natural rubber has a critical weakness. It's extremely sensitive to temperature changes. It melts when it gets too hot, and it freezes and becomes brittle when it gets too cold. This made the coats and shoes practically useless during the hot summer, so customers returned their items en masse. Then things...
What's up, you wonderful people? I wanted to start off with a little bit of bad news. Unfortunately, I've lost one of my businesses. And obviously, this isn't that big of a deal. I have like hundreds of dollars, so that's not really what I'm upset about. What I'm really upset about is that for a 24-hour period, I went from $1 billion net worth to $999 million. And I know what you're probably going to say, like, Lando, you make so much money that you probably immediately popped up to $1 billion like the next day, which I did. That's not important. I put on this big facade, extremely wealthy, godlike individual, and becoming a millionaire again just made me feel human again, which I'm definitely not. But anyway, sorry for the grievances. That's not really why we're here. Obviously, this information is pretty simple. Like all the court stuff I'm talking about. And understand that I haven't really changed, and I am
Nicola?
So moving on, so I'm sure most of you guys remember the Absolute Dogska video that I made you watch, where you have to like choose which pathway is the right one to escape, and half the questions importantly and left out important details that made me want to punch a hole through my guts. So this one's a common sense test. I don't know what to get into another tomorrow's teaching video this week, but I figured it'd be kind of weird to go from like crash to absolute brain rot without any preparation first. But again, this is also for fixed scenarios. So this video is going to be less about entertaining and more about just me proving that I'm an idiot. And something tells me that I'm going to end up producing the complete opposite effect. But nevertheless, let's put our thinking caps on, learn from our past mistakes, and if I do bad at this again, I'm just going to keep doing these guys for price. Let's get it going.
Ho 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 ho!
I should have taken an hour.
90% of people fail this common sense test.
How cringy these videos are. I just screen or something before we started this video. It's not only to try really hard and like think through all these scenarios, but I also have to deal with all the cringe we're going to be getting. So I'm really looking forward to this video now.
Looks like common sense isn't so common because important to use it.
I'm like this close to postponing this video for another week.
90% of adults get these questions wrong, yet kids do just fine. That's because
idiots. I'm just kidding, but am I an adult? I know I don't act like I am one, so maybe that makes sense why I'm doing so bad on these things. I don't know.
Grown-ups are questions while children use their common sense and don't overthink things.
I don't trust the word that comes out of this. It's genuine. Would probably try to kill me in my sleep or something. Just see the face and his head on both sides, like. Better nightlight on because this is the kind of dude that hide behind your
Kan du slicka?
If you don't have curtains, he's gonna be hiding. Watch out. Don't go to bed tonight.
Which word would you